handlock.
Hunter handlock, so Amaz has a slight edge here, but I don't think it's that big anymore because of the ancient heal bots. Like that helps the
Definitely does help. But it also depends on if the hunter's running hunter's marks or not. Because the hunter's mark is just going to allow him to kill a giant for 0 mana. Not a great hand, but not a bad hand. From
Greetings,
Amaz.
traveler.
Thefishou's got coined Ancient Watcher into his choice of either Taunt or Iron Beak Owl, which is definitely insanely strong against any sort of aggressive deck.
Guys, let me know how loud is the game sound. I lowered it a little bit, it was like really loud at first. If it's still right now?
Yeah, so definitely just gonna coin Watcher to set up the Iron Beak Owl next turn and start just taking down every creature. So Maz is gonna probably make the read here that he's gonna Owl it and play Spectre Spider instead of Knife Juggler. Avoid the Knife Juggler just dying for free. So now do you even Owl here or do you just Summon Fairy Protector?
Okay,
You probably still Owl it. Even though there's nothing you can really efficiently trade against.
yep. Still too loud. Trying to fix the sound.
So many possibilities.
Okay.
Yeah, something's wrong.
I reduced it a little bit, but I reduced from there as well.
Maybe we're getting trolled.
It might be okay now.
Many
Okay, so lowered from there. Okay.
So he is just gonna go with
I
the
guess
Owl
it's fine
play
now.
that we were talking about.
Alright, thanks.
Good read by Maz not playing the Knife Juggler into that.
Louder. Okay, let's turn it from here a bit. This. Okay, maybe it's good now.
I think here I would
So-
kill command for board control. But
Yeah. So you're saying kill command the Watcher?
yeah, it's probably what I would do.
Okay. Well, half aura. That
Half
has
is
to be a
still-
trade.
Yeah. You could kill the Owl and then go face and open yourself up to Dark Bomb, but
That wouldn't work out.
yeah, that wouldn't work out because he happens to have a Dark Bomb. Some people don't run Dark Bomb in handlock or run it as a one-of.
I don't think Amaz is gonna risk the Dark Bomb.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna risk it. It's interesting that he chose to roll an Animal Companion instead of... Oh, he is gonna risk it. Instead of just kill commanding the Watcher.
Huh?
The handlock with the very, very small hand size doesn't really have too many threats,
No.
so...
There's the Dark Bomb. Amaz does have the bow to follow up. I'm sure he's gonna take out the Watcher with the bow next time.
For sure,
So
for
it's
sure.
not a disaster.
Yeah, it's a recoverable risk.
That's my Exna. Wonder how useful it's gonna be.
I mean, it could take down a giant
Yep, it can.
or a lot of Twilight Drakes if
See?
it gets healed between the first one.
Wow. That's an interesting hand from Thefishou. It's not that bad, I think. Because he does have the early game cards.
Yeah, the early game cards are sick. He's not dying right now. Right now, the hunter needs to really be establishing a board. Right now, he has everything to come
Yeah.
back.
And
So-
he's not establishing a board with that hand.
Yeah,
Or wait, I guess he can get like a little bit going, but there's the Hellfire.
yeah. It's too late. He needed this board established earlier, but the coin Ancient Watcher into Owl is just such a strong opening. It's
Yeah.
like Innervate Yeti. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it sure is.
disgusting.
Definitely the right line to take against Hunter. Like, you can't go for a Giant or a Drake even if you have it. It's too slow.
Yeah,
So there's the board clear.
that's sad for Maz.
Yep.
But we may see my Exna.
Mhm.
That's exciting.
Yep.
It's gonna be met by a Siphon Soul, but
Yeah, for sure.
you get to hear that beautiful sound as it enters the battlefield.
We don't hear that too often. Nobody plays it for a good reason. I think it's a pretty cool card to have in the web spinner beast pool.
Yeah, definitely creates some interesting variants. The Knife Juggler's not a bad pickup. Help get that board back. The
Yep.
Hellfire's already been used,
Yep, not bad at all. And one Dark Bomb was used as well.
for sure. He's got a kill command. So the 5, 6, 7, 8.
Uh-huh.
He draws a beast, he's got 13 damage.
Yep.
And he's tapping.
Oh
At
wow,
14
that's a
damage if the
great
knife
pickup.
goes face. Wow, the Dark Bomb off the top is just disgusting.
Yep. I would probably it seems like pretty obvious that he's gonna Dark Bomb the Juggler. But
Yeah.
I would probably drop one of the Sun Furies as well.
Yeah, the bow's
Like, why
already been
not?
used.
Yeah, and he has 2 Sun Furies, so he doesn't need to save up both of those.
Mhm.
So he will still have access to taunts even if he plays one. So bomb the Juggler and play Sun Fury. If he doesn't play Sun Fury, I would imagine it's because of the Mountain Giant.
Sure.
But he cannot, like, even if he holds on to Sun Fury, he cannot go Giant into Sun Fury next turn.
Yeah, you can't.
Because
So
Giant is still gonna be 7 mana after the bomb. If he had a Molten Giant,
then
then
you
he
think
could
about
consider
holding.
just like passing the turn here
Yeah.
as well. But with this hand,
Yeah, with this hand, you have to play them both.
Yep.
Just getting that Sun Fury down to proc the trap is going to be really helpful.
Yeah.
He chooses not to
Oh,
play the Sun Fury.
he doesn't play it.
It's interesting. The
Oh,
Jeeves.
wow.
That is a
That's a
draw.
great draw.
So now you just Jeeves Whirling Blades. You definitely
Uh-huh.
don't use the kill command.
No,
here.
no.
He gets in too low.
This is a close decision. Like, we can see that the right play would be the hero power with these hands, but if you are Amaz, I would probably not hero power, or maybe only hero power, not attack with the scientist, but not do both,
Yeah.
because there's no answer to a Molten Giant right now.
Yeah, no answer at all. Unless you get like another kill command off the
Yeah.
of the Jeeves draws.
But if he feels like, all right,
He feels like he's under enough pressure that he has
Yep.
to go in and take the risk.
and it's
of
gonna work
Molten
out
Giants.
here in this situation.
Yeah, the risk is gonna pay off because he doesn't have it.
Yep.
So.
I
I
mean,
guess that's a good read.
He was kind of in a bad spot, so just
Yeah.
taking the risk of the Molten Giants seems fair.
Yeah, like how do you win if you don't take the risk now?
Yeah.
Because like eventually you're just gonna lose to either Mountain or Molten if you don't
Yeah.
go in. So
And something like Belzer could come down anyway.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay.
just so many things just stop your entire game plan just because the start was so rough that you have to take extra risks.
Yeah, I agree. So, Drake. Would you even consider double Sun Furies? Because like this Jaraxxus coming next turn. What do you think of that? Or just a Drake Sun Fury?
I would just do Drake Sun Fury. I think having a taunt giver in your hand
Tap
is
or
just
no
too
tap?
important.
Because this is Jaraxxus, so maybe he could tap.
That wouldn't happen. I'd be too scared. Your
Yeah,
opponent
it's
just
pretty
went
scary. That's
all
true.
towards your face, and they cycled 2 cards with Jeeves, and they're playing Jeeves in their deck, which means they might be running like Arcane Shot or some other low curve decks.
Uh-huh.
He chooses not to taunt anything.
Wow.
He is not expecting chargers at all. And that's unfortunate. This Arcane Golem, which wasn't going to connect for any damage, is now going to be able to push in for 5 damage.
Yeah. For sure this is Arcane Golem turn.
Oh, yeah.
And even the Direwolf. Like, why would you wait with Direwolf? I
Yeah.
guess there's the Unleash, but yeah.
This is such a strong play going
Yeah,
into
it is.
Jaraxxus turn 2, because not only are you pushing tons of damage and forcing him to have to play Jaraxxus, but you're also developing a board.
Yeah, like even if he plays a Jaraxxus, he's gonna take 7 damage, or 6 or so.
Did we see what the trap was?
It was snakes.
Snakes. Oh, so when he tries to clear the Direwolf with the Jaraxxus, the snakes are
Oh,
gonna come out. Oh
so
my
is that game right there?
I think
It's
if he
not
Jaraxxuses,
just
it's-
yet, but it's close.
he's going down to 13, and then there's 7 on the board.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna
5
take
from the
7
wheel.
more.
Yeah, so
So he's
that's
1
actually
damage.
game. That's game right there. It's 7 on the board and 7 in the hand with the kill command hero power,
Yeah.
and plus the 2 from
Plus
the
the 2
Direwolf.
from the Direwolf, so 16.
So the only way for him to survive would be to like life tap into a heal bot and taunt it up or something like that. I don't know if that would even work because of the unleash.
Yeah, it's interesting that he chose to do the Shadow Flame over the taunt. He was really not expecting that Arcane Golem. The tech really threw him off there.
Yeah, the Arcane Golem really like threw him off. That's it. Game 1 going to Amaz. There's no way he's gonna miss the lethal. Zero chance. It looked kind of bad, but the risk he took by going face with the
Yeah.
like risking the Molten Giants really paid off.
Yeah, if he didn't risk the Molten Giants there, he was surely gonna lose.
Yes, I agree. Well played by Amaz. And the Thefishou also, like it was.
Took.
Yep. There's the Warrior, no surprise really.
Yeah, Warrior seems like a really good counter to Arcane Golem Hunter.
Yep, Death Spite not as good as Fiery War Axe, but I guess it's a keep because you can't really rely on getting a Fiery Axe if you replace it.
The Ragnaros comes. Oh, the Undertaker
Wow.
coined Leper Gnome into Scientist.
Now that's a crazy start from Amaz.
And he has no Fiery War Axe. Because he didn't mull very aggressively for the Fiery War Axe.
No.
So it's no wonder he didn't get it.
Yep.
I don't know if that's a mistake to keep the Death Bite in this matchup.
It might have been.
I mean,
But
it lines up with Animal Companion, but
Mm.
at the same time, like if they get this Undertaker start and you're sitting here with a Death Bite, you just lose.
Yeah. I mean, that's not. It wasn't like a bad hand, but like against. Wow!
Oh
There's
my
the fire.
God.
That's a huge
He only
draw.
mulliganed like one card.
Yeah,
And
he
he
kept
gets
the
it
Death
anyway.
Spite on Whirlwind.
What
Yeah.
are the chances? Pretty low.
Yeah, that changes everything. Like
Now there's a game here.
the Undertaker would have been like 9 damage or something ridiculous just
Yeah.
by itself without the Fiery War Axe.
Yep. So the game would have just been over if he didn't get that there. So at least he got it there, so we have a game.
Yeah, as it stands, like now it's looking great for the Thefishou suddenly.
And he also has the Death Bite now.
Uh huh.
What
So kind of a
Wow.
greedy keep, then it just really worked out for him.
Acolyte and Whirlwind. Like that's so good right now.
Yeah. Acolyte Whirlwind is nuts for the next turn. Amaz is probably going to develop. And the Whirlwind's just going to punish.
Okay,
We have
so that's the
freezing.
snake. So there's something else too.
Yeah, it's
either-
freezing.
Freezing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess the safest thing is to just Whirlwind here. Oh wow.
Wow, Cruel Taskmaster is not even a bad pickup.
This is pretty interesting. He does have a few choices here. I'm sure he figured out that at least one of those is snakes.
Yeah, he has to know one of them is snakes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel bad, like, just death biting phase.
Yeah,
Just
that's
to have
not too
it
bad.
developed for when you can play Belcher next turn.
Yeah.
So then, like, no matter what creature the hunter plays for 4 mana, unless it's like a Oasis Snapjaw,
Mhm.
then you just hit the creature, kills the entire board and all of the snakes, and then you develop Belcher with just a huge tempo push with the Belcher.
Like the only problem with that really is like if there's a Houndmaster, I guess.
The Houndmaster.
And he does take a few extra damage, like then he takes like 5 next turn, and he's gonna take another 3 from the web spinner.
Yeah, you
So-
take extra damage to gain tempo, but like the longer you hold on to the Death Bite, the more their board's gonna develop. So the Death Bite, you're gonna take more damage when you first get it out.
Yep. I would also like consider the Whirlwind here just to like clear the board because there's only 2 cards in Amaz's hand.
Explosive trap.
Oh, so it's actually explosives. No, that's great
Interesting.
for the Acolyte.
Yeah.
Like no real reason to like trade that with anything.
There's no reason
'Cause
to
he
trade
doesn't want to
or
proc
push
the
face.
snakes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't even know if it's snakes. It could be freezing. Maybe he's just like running tricolors, one of each trap. So
Yeah, could be.
you might as well keep the Acolyte on the field so you can get another draw off of it.
Alright, draws with the web spinner. Let's see what he gets. Timberwolf. Yeah, it's not the best thing ever, but I guess it's kinda okay. Like it might be useful later. Like right now it's useless, but
Yeah.
who knows? Like
With an Unleash or something.
with an unleash, yeah, later on in the game.
And it's also like a small beast, so you can get it out of his hand easily for when he gets the Jeeves later.
Yep, that's true.
If he gets the Jeeves.
Yeah, like if he had something like a core hound from that, like it's really difficult. It kind of just ruins the Jeeves.
Sure.
So kill that and Belcher, I guess. I wouldn't be too worried about the 1/1s, so you don't have Whirlwind here.
Yeah, I don't think it's right to Whirlwind. You have to save the Whirlwind for like the other snakes or for like execute activators,
Yeah, I agree.
more important situations. Plus you can't develop anything behind the Whirlwind, so Belcher is just the obvious play.
hunt alone?
The Thefishou is kinda low right now.
Yeah, 13's pretty scary, but he has stabilized the board, which is a huge first step for him.
Mm-hmm.
Except his hand is really clunky. He doesn't have things he can develop while also armoring up, which is going to make him hard to sort of gain that health back that he needs to
Oh,
survive.
there's a shield block.
And then we get the shield block.
I don't think you do it just yet though.
Yeah, you have to play Sylvanas.
Yeah, you gotta get something going.
And also, it's just good to face off with High Main if High Main comes next turn.
That's true.
I mean, you may not even be expecting High Main just because of
Arcane Golem.
you have the Arcane Golem and the Jeeves, so maybe you think there's no High Mains.
Yeah,
then-
oh yeah, absolutely. Like I wouldn't. Like, after seeing Jeeves and Arcane Golem, I wouldn't be expecting high mains.
Are you afraid of dying right here at 11? Probably not.
Nah.
Yeah. The most he could do is like unleash Timberwolf. Or unleash the command.
It's quite a bit of damage.
It's not bad. Is he gonna bluff the freezing trap?
Seems so.
Yeah. He forgoes using the hero power here to do that. So that's also kind of important to note.
Yeah.
So it could be a net loss of just 2 damage. Baron Geddon is a pretty ballsy play here.
Yeah, that's like way too ballsy. Like no way. And it would be dead to a kill command. I felt like yeah, he really had to armor up here.
For sure.
And maybe whirlwind and just pass, cause you don't want to give the the hunter an extra charge for now.
Yeah, definitely. You do not want to give him any extra charges. I would just whirlwind pass and then just set up to just rag solo him next turn.
Yep, seems alright.
Let's see. Fiery Wargs.
That's interesting.
I guess if
Okay.
it's snakes, he can answer with the whirlwind.
Yep, that's alright, I guess.
And he wants to get this Cruel Taskmaster in place to proc the freezing trap if it's freezing trap. It's not a bad play.
No, but personally, I kind of feel like I really wanted to armor up every turn.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Especially seeing Arcane Golem. He's already showing
Yeah.
5 on the board right now with the bow and the hero
Yeah.
power.
so it's kind of scary, but it's like it gave him a stronger board presence than the whirlwind would have. So
For
it worked out alright.
Yeah, he's not dead, so it worked.
Yep, that's true.
Oh, the Armor Smith off the top is
That's
huge.
a great pickup.
That is going to work very well with the whirlwind
Yeah.
and the explosive trap.
It's probably gonna test for freezing with the cruel task first.
Yeah,
So there's like no reason to go face with the cruel, right?
right. You should just run it into the direct
Yeah.
alpha.
Drop the armor smith and go for the wolf.
There we go.
Sees the trade actually happens, so now he knows it's explosives.
Yeah, so now you can just trade with the Sylvanas. Armor up.
Yep, seems
Pass the
solid.
turn.
No cards in the
And
hunter's hand.
yeah, the Hunter's not going to be able to kill him. He can just keep armoring every single turn and then just like kill him however he feels like it when he feels like it later in the game. Get a Rag stabilized, just have Rag shooting things.
Yep. Amaz really needs Jeeves top deck next turn.
Whirlwind's a little interesting here. Why not just attack with the Sylvanas? I guess he's just really scared. He wants that
Oh,
extra
or is he
armor.
going for...
Is he
like-
going face?
Trying to think.
He's trying to push damage here?
Yeah.
He's
So
trying to set up a
is
lethal.
he trying to set... Is it possible? How much is that?
He's trying to set up lethal with a Rag shot, I guess. He gives him another bow charge, though.
9 plus
So
8. So
that's-
he has actually one off with the rag even if he clears.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I like that attack so much right here. Because it would have been an end rage for the Chrome if he wanted to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still more damage to attack now, because you get the 5 through and then you get 8.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
It's
he's-
looking really good for him.
yeah, I don't think there's a way he could lose at this point, but...
No,
Yep. Is that lethal? That's lethal with Grom and Shield Slam your Grom.
that's true.
The top deck lethal? Oh, he did set up lethal.
Oh,
we
that's...
miscounted.
He's missing lethal here. No, don't
No,
do it.
he can Shield Slam and then play Rag and then hit him in the face.
Oh, that's lethal as well.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
He,
Fair enough.
he set up lethal with the Rag last
Yeah,
time.
that works as well. Yeah.
We can't count.
Yeah. So he did. I just did some bad math there. Yeah, it was well played.
It was very well played.
I miscounted. Winner Thefishou.
He mulliganed away one part of the combo and got the other part. Meanwhile, the Thefishou's got the dream of early game, and
yeah,
he's
no
thinking
weapons.
about-
He's like, I think he's like going for the weapon
he
here.
keeps the Shield Slam. It's interesting.
Wow,
he gets
it's
the
really
Acolyte too.
interesting. The Acolyte is a good pickup.
I think I would have mulliganed away the Shield Slam, but I don't think. Huh. I guess he's just really afraid of just having an answer for Dark Cultist.
I guess.
'Cause he doesn't want his early board destroyed. Well, he's got so many early game creatures. Amaz holding the Northshire Cleric to make sure it doesn't die to the Fiery War Axe.
Yep.
He saw his opponent keep so many cards, so he's probably assuming his opponent does have Fiery War Axe.
I would too. I mean, if my opponent kept 3 cards, I would think there's a Fiery Warlock in there.
for sure. No doubt. Usually warriors tend to mulligan a lot of their cards to try and get Fiery War
Yeah,
Axe.
just go aggressively for the Fiery Warlocks. Kind of like with Druid, like how you go for Wild Growth and stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, that's not gonna work out. Oh,
Amaz is just
that's
gonna leave it there
interesting.
instead of using the Shadowword Pain.
I'm sure he knows what he's doing. I would have been like snap
Well,
Shadowward painting
If he
that.
Cruel Tasks it, he can clear with Shadow Madness
That's true.
and draw a card. So we'll
But
see what
I would have
happens
just
here.
painted instantly. Like I see the coin go out, and I'm like, okay, this is a pretty
Yeah.
good trade. Like coin and
Denying
Three
Warrior
strike,
the
but-
card draw is really, really important. Just
Yeah, I
because a
think
lot
so,
of
yeah.
their removals are like combos. Like you have to Whirlwind, then execute, or
Mhm.
Cruel Taskmaster, then execute.
this is
So,
pretty good start from Thefishou with the double acolytes, because you wanna play those early against the priest.
yeah, so they can't be Cabaled later in the game.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's your card draw engine, so it's always good to draw your card draw first. You never want to be like 5 cards left and still have card draw to go.
Yeah,
That's always the
yeah,
worst.
that's another thing. But yeah, but I was thinking about Cabal originally, like, because it's like sometimes you can't even play it just because of Cabal Shadow Priest.
For sure. Now, what does Amaz even do here?
I'm not sure.
I mean, if you Dark Cultist, you have to be afraid of Cruel Taskmaster, you have to be afraid of like Whirlwind, you have to be afraid of any weapon. So
I
the
would-
Dark Cultist is kind of sketchy.
I think just the pain might be alright.
Yeah, just the pain and heal yourself. Take a priest turn.
Mhm.
Wouldn't feel bad.
Oh, not even baining.
It's not even gonna react to them at all. I guess he's just waiting to set up the Shadow Madness, really using his resources carefully here.
Yeah.
Maybe Amaz is just already planning to take the game really slow into the late game because he's seen all of his opponent's card draw. And he thinks maybe if I space out all of my removal very carefully, I can take this game to fatigue and win.
What now?
Looks like a whirlwind, maybe.
That's Armorsmith, and then Whirlwind, yeah. Yeah, Whirlwind.
Oh, that's a couple of cards right there.
He's doing very well not to Cruel Taskmaster any of his guys and play into Shadow Madness.
Yep.
So that's very well done.
Yeah, he's playing really smart.
Not a lot of people recognize like how that like vulnerable that makes you to Shadow Madness. Obviously he's played against a lot of priests.
The damned stand.
I wonder if this is like a slightly backfiring from Amaz to take such a passive line and not use the Shadowward Pain and such.
Yeah, it seems to be backfiring a little bit. He really seemed like he was trying to bait him into playing into the Shadow Madness.
I think, yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to get a good Shadow Madness off, but the Thefishou just played around it really well.
Yeah. Maybe it's because like Amaz was taking so long on his turns that the Thefishou was reading. Like he's trying to set something up.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
he made it a little too obvious. Oh, Cabal can come
Insta
down now.
Cabal. I mean, what else? Is there something else? I don't think so. Just grab one after the card draws.
I mean, you get Harrison and try and fatigue him.
Mhm.
Give it the accolades all 3 jaws.
Give him, yeah, fatigue him. Try to go for the fatigue game.
Despite can just straight up kill the Cabal though, which makes this really sad.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a lot of value from the death spot.
For sure.
Do you cruel task that or
Or if
the
you
armor
task
smith?
it, then it dies when you hit with the death bite.
Yeah. If he cruel tasks the acolyte, I guess he's trading it into the other acolyte.
To just deny a card draw.
Mhm. I think so.
I see.
It's not that huge to deny the draw at this point because Amaz already has 7 cards and he's gonna have 8 from here, and from the draw next turn he's gonna have 9.
And eventually he's gonna draw into his other card draw. So.
Yep.
I don't know how much I like that play, but I understand his line of thinking.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Harrison gets no value here.
Nope.
He doesn't
But I
even
mean,
equip the Fiery War Axe to play around
yeah.
Harrison.
And it's a warrior, so it shouldn't be too sad about not landing it on the first weapon that he sees.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Yep. Like the value will still be there later.
Ooh,
This
bold.
looks like a madness turn.
No,
Or
no, you
no,
don't madness
okay.
yet. He's saving both madnesses for the madness recombobulator combo. He's
Oh.
gonna get that belcher.
Oh yeah.
He's even got the
Waiting for the
Shrinkmeister in
belcher.
hand. So next turn he can Shrinkmeister
Wow.
Shadow Madness recombobulator on maybe
That's
the shield
so
maybe.
sick. Yeah, I didn't even see that.
Or the
First.
Sylvanas. so many good things. Just
Wow, yeah. he
playing
can-
super slow and holding on to these combos is really gonna help him in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, Amaz knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's just crazy with the Shadow Man String Maestro Compopulator.
Yeah.
The things you can do.
Oh, we can see Deathbite come out. Deathbite number 2.
I wonder.
I'm not sure if the Thefishou's running Gorehowl or not.
Yeah, I don't know
I
either.
don't know if we've seen his.
We only saw the Hunter.
Yeah, we haven't seen his warrior deck, so there's no way for Amaz to know how long he needs to hold this Harrison for.
Yep.
Because if like warrior's able to establish a Gorehowl against priest, they can usually just win the value game and take the game long and win. So sometimes it's right to hold Harrison for that, but Amaz has no idea if he has Gorehowl or not. in the
That's
deck.
really, that's like one of the most important pieces of information, like
Yeah.
from a warrior deck. Is there a Gorehowl or not?
Yeah, we can see from his hand that he has a Baron Geddon.
Mhm.
So he probably doesn't have a Gorehowl, because you usually run either Baron Geddon or Gorehowl.
Yep. But it's like, I think the right amount of 7 mana cards is 2, and Dr. Boom like has to be in
Yeah,
there. It's
Dr.
so
Boom's too
strong.
good. So Harrison does come down, and I think it's probably going to be okay just because the Baron Geddon's there.
Yep.
And Baron Geddon looks like it might come down.
Yep, it seems like an alright spot for that.
And then how does he respond to the Baron Geddon?
Yes, he could like fiery War Axe and Harrison or something, but I like the Geddon.
Yeah,
here
the Geddon.
most. Yeah.
It's such a huge like board presence.
Yeah, it is. Huh. There's no obvious.
Yeah, there's
Answer.
definitely not an obvious play here. Something tricky is about to happen.
This is actually kind of awkward.
Kind of.
I'm just looking at Amaz's hand and I don't see a way to deal with that at all. Like, the closest thing is like Vol'jin and just wait for
let it
next
chill.
turn or something, yeah. Like, cause next turn you can deal with it then if Thefishou doesn't trade already.
It's only going to be a 6/5 Vol'jin
Yeah,
though.
that's pretty sad. I mean, there's bigger stuff for the Vol'jin in there.
And then Ragnaros is going to come down.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Well,
That's not too bad. I mean, it's not great, but out of the
Yeah,
options
it's
he had,
definitely not
it's
good.
probably the best one.
I think I would Straza face and hit
Yeah,
face.
for sure. I mean, you can put him down to 6.
Yeah.
And there's even the Chrome
And
already.
you have Grom and Rag and a weapon in hand.
Yep.
I think you're fairly happy with like the order of your bombs here.
Absolutely.
And you just saw he couldn't deal with Baron Geddon, so like have an 8/8.
Yep. Ouch.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Oh man. So Vol'jin
Well, you
trade
can clear the
Holy
board.
Nova.
Yeah. No, he clears
Or
the board, trade
Vol'jin
the
Hero
3/3,
Power. Yeah.
and then he plays Wild Pyromancer, then Holy Novas.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
that's
Try
pretty
and
good.
maximize like the heal on your face now, because you got to get out of Grom range.
Yeah.
But you're setting yourself to 10, which is exactly Grom range.
Yeah. There's no way he could be safe from Enraged Chromash. But with this play, he got like as far from it as possible. So if it doesn't happen just yet, at
Yeah.
least in a couple of turns he will be out of the
Yeah, he
range.
can begin healing up.
And also, we can see that there's the Rag, so
Oh yeah. Execute Ragnaros isn't even bad.
he could take a coin flip for lethal here with the
Oh,
Fiery
with
Axe
Fiery
Ragnaros.
Axe? Oh, that's definitely the play.
Yeah, I like it because he saw that Amaz struggled to deal with those, and there's no chance for a mind control really, because then the Chrome is gonna finish things.
For sure.
I think that's a really good opportunity for the Rag.
Yeah. And then if you just get a Grom activator,
Mm-hmm.
then you win still.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. Definitely the play.
I think he's
thinking
going
about
for
it.
it. Yep. Oh, he's
gonna
clearing.
clear and play the
But
Rag.
it's still gonna be the Rag.
I don't understand why you do it
I guess that's
that way.
like a bit safer in a way.
I guess your opponent's guaranteed to be at 2 this way,
Yeah.
instead of either at 10 or at... So yeah, I guess it's a bit safer.
Yep.
And the next
And,
turn you just finish.
Looks like that's game. Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, really well done playing around the Shadow Madnesses. That's really just decided this entire game.
Yep.
Both of the Shadow Madnesses just sat dead in Amaz's hand, where...
Yeah, and the pain as well.
Yeah.
He needed to, like, in the end it would have worked out better if he just played some of that stuff.
Yeah. He was desperately trying to set it up. It didn't work.
I think that was supposed to be a recombulator instead of Shrinkmeister.
No, he's saving the recombobulator for the Shadow Menace. He's just trying to put out targets for Reg to hit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And now it's gonna be
Good old Warrior, man.
good old warrior against another warrior.
Yeah. I really like all the swing cards and keeping in the Warrior Mirror. So I like keeping Sylvanas, I like keeping Harrison Jones and Black Knight, things like that. So I'm glad to see Thefishou keeping Harrison Jones and Amaz keeping Sylvanas. Those are like really just the best mid-game board presence. The Belcher's the only thing kind of a questionable keep from Amaz.
Yeah, wow, that's a greedy keep. Wow.
He keeps the Fiery Warx here just to make sure he has a way to deal with Acolyte of Pain.
Yep. Can't blame him for that.
Armor Smith off the top there for Amaz is fairly solid. Gives him something to do.
Like personally, my favorite card to have in this matchup early on is the Death Spite. Like that's the number one card for me.
Yeah.
Because that just
Same.
deals with all the small minions, and also like with the Death Rattle it can deal with either a Shield Maiden or a Belcher.
Yeah, especially if I have the coin, I always mulligan back Fiery Warx to try and look for Deathbite.
Death Spite is just way better.
Yeah. Except it feels really crappy when you get the Fiery Warx later in the game and you're like, what do I do with this?
Some really exciting early turns here.
Yeah, for sure. He chooses
Armor
not
up.
to play the Armor Smith.
Yeah.
I guess he does this because he doesn't have a way to deal with Acolyte of Pain if
I
his
guess.
opponent were to play Acolyte of Pain into the Armor Smith.
Yeah.
So without the Fiery Warx or Cruel Taskmaster in hand, he doesn't want to give his opponent free draws.
I actually do the same thing when I play ladder.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
in here, I don't know like if I would go for, but I guess probably yeah. But it's like every time in ladder, like, I don't play that if I don't have a weapon.
Fiery Warx face, just trying to get rid of these Fiery Warxes because they don't really accomplish too much in the matchup.
Here the Armor Smith fits pretty well because that's 3 damage on the weapon, and Armor Smith obviously has 4 toughness.
Yeah.
Seems like a good time. Now if he plays a Death Spite, he's gonna waste the Fire Axe.
Yep. And he's
I still
just gonna
I still
fire
think
the
that
face again.
I think it was the right call to play the Fire Axe just because he had to.
Yeah, just they don't do anything in this matchup,
No.
which is why it was really questionable why he kept it up the mulligan.
Yeah.
Like its sole purpose in the matchup, I guess, is to occasionally kill an Acolyte that comes down on 3.
Yeah. You have a really good point there. I agree with that. So.
I think you just respond with your own Belcher.
Yep.
You get armor for the trades and he doesn't, so that gives you a little bit of an edge there.
Nothing else seemed any good.
Yeah. So Fiery Warx and the Acolyte of Pain maybe, or do you hold the Acolyte of Pain to just try and guarantee you get draws off of it?
I would probably just drop it here. Like,
Me as well.
why hold on? There's the Armor Smith, so he needs to like. There's no way to kill off the Armor Smith for Amaz.
Yeah.
So there's like a chance that you will draw from it with the Acolyte.
Also, you already have Harrison Jones in your hand, which is going to be able to draw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is definitely the right play. Looks like he's gonna be drawing 2 cards from the Acolyte. Minimum of 2. Like, there's no way for Amaz right now to just kill the Acolyte easily.
Yeah. So this turn he can either develop one of his 6 drops, Sylvanas or Shield Maiden, or he can develop one of the weapons.
This is interesting.
If he develops one of the weapons, if he develops the Fiery Warx, he can also develop the Acolyte. So I think I would go with that play.
Yep. Seems solid.
Also, you're developing the Fiery Warx, but choose the armor instead of the Acolyte. So he's just trying to guarantee draws off the Acolyte here.
Yeah.
He saw that his opponent got 2, so I guess he thinks that if he only gets 1 off of his Acolyte, he'll fall behind. And with no other card draw in hand, it's probably fairly smart.
Yeah, he knows that it would die to the Fiery Axe. So
Yeah.
I think that was a good keep in the situation. That belongs in the...
That belongs in a museum.
Well, he only got a Fiery Warx with it, which is usually not
It's
very good in this
not
matchup.
optimal at all.
Yeah.
You want either a Death Spite or if there's
Ooh,
Gore
the
Howl, you want
cleave.
that.
Could we see some cleave action? Probably not.
Might see, but
I
most
don't know,
likely
just
no.
to kill the Acolyte? No. Yeah. definitely want to try and hit Deathbite or Dream Gore Howl with the Harrison Jones.
Yep.
So, I'm not sure if I fully stand behind the Harrison Jones play.
It's boom time.
Playing Dr. Boom first is always good.
Ugh, that's no removal.
Oh, he could do like Whirlwind, Cleave, and hit it.
Dr. Boom Whirlwind. That's, where do the boom bots go?
No, he could hit the Dr. Boom and Cleave.
Yeah.
That seems actually very solid.
Oh yeah.
You kill it for free basically,
That's
because
pretty good. I mean,
life doesn't matter yet until after they Alex you.
like the only kind of problem with that is that then the Acolyte will draw too. Like that's a bit sad.
Yeah. Then you just have to make sure your Acolyte gets better draws, which you can do with the Whirlwind in your hand. So yeah, I really like that play of just face tanking the Dr. Boom. You're at 32 life. Even play your own Acolyte, then face tank the Dr. Boom sounds fine to me. And then just cleave it off.
Seems like he decided against letting his opponent draw more than one from the Acolyte.
Interesting. But now he has to use another card to finish off the Dr. Boom.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't even find the other card he was
He
looking
didn't find it.
So
I liked
Boom's-
your play a little bit better there.
Yeah.
So that would have been an easy way to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, anything you can deal with your face before you get Alexed is just awesome. Because usually in the Control Warrior mirror, your life total doesn't really become too much of a factor until after they set you down to 15.
If I was Amaz, I would be feeling pretty bad here, knowing that there's like 2 executes,
Yeah.
2 shields, and 2 big game hunters, and his hand is full, and he does like none of that stuff.
Yeah, that's
It's
very,
really
very
unfortunate draw from Amaz. Oh wow!
Yeah, well,
Down comes the rag.
that is gonna hurt.
Now he
one
gets it. Well,
card off.
it's still good, right? Kinda.
So do you big
You
game
can
hunter,
brawl and just big game hunt whatever wins,
or you can also play Sylvanas into the reg
I guess.
and just hope
Just
he
hunt
doesn't have
the-
Sylvanas.
Hunt the boom and. Okay.
I can take the hit.
Interesting. Dr. Boom's gonna like.
Definitely not the
continue to
play that I
generate
would have
value.
went with, but I guess it's kind of okay. That's a bit dangerous though. I think
Yeah.
I liked either like Sylvanas big game hunter or Brawl big game hunter a little bit better, just to deal with the boom as well. Like
It feels really
deal with
bad
both
to
of the
just
threats.
let things live on the board. And
Yeah.
that Dr. Boom connecting for another 7 is starting to hurt.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like getting to the point where like the Thefishou can just like start weaponing the other Amaz in the face.
And the armor is really valuable. It's
Yeah.
not gonna do much here.
He doesn't have very many ways to activate a shield slam if he were to top deck a shield slam now.
Yeah, that's true.
I can take the hit.
From the Thefishou,
Yeah, he's just gonna clear the board here.
seems solid.
Yeah.
Or just probably leave that up. I mean, I wouldn't want to skip on 7 damage to face
For
at this
sure.
stage.
Oh, we might be able to see a brawl. Come oh,
Now he's
another
drawing
big
the PG. I mean, they're still good, but they would have been even better if he had one of those to deal with the Dr. Boom before it dealt 14 damage.
Yeah. Well, he could still clear the board with like Cleave, trade his big game hunter, and take 5 from the Shield Maiden, and then develop his own Dr. Boom. Which
Yeah,
I
that's
mean
not too bad.
leaves him vulnerable to like Grom lethals and stuff. But this is the point of the game where you have to take risks.
Yeah, I agree. What about like Boom, Whirlwind, Cleave?
Maybe a bit ambitious.
Maybe a little bit.
Just roll 4 on both
Oh
of
my
them.
God.
Easy.
Yeah. Maybe it's Brawl time. How about Brawl? I mean, the Shield Maiden survive it would really suck though.
Brawl's pretty scary too.
Okay.
What is Whirlwind trading and big game huntering?
I have no idea.
He's just trying to avoid taking face damage here, and then
Okay.
gonna begin armoring up, I guess. Or is he gonna drop the Sylvanas defensively? Dropping a defensive Sylvanas isn't even that bad. Because it's really hard for them to develop a bomb if you play Sylvanas. So then they're forced to have to remove it. So then you can get a breather for a minute, because he has no shield slams or executes in
Yeah.
hand or any way to deal with big
That
bombs.
seems alright. I might have valued the the whirlwind higher than the cleave and use that instead if I was to go for that play. 'Cause the cleave might be a bit clunky to use.
Yeah, Cleave's extremely clunky to use. Whereas Whirlwind's just always a consistent activator for execute, and you haven't seen either of them yet.
Mhm.
So I think I agree with you. You
So
can
no way to survive Chrome here, right?
you can Dr. Boom, Death Bite face, have it roll 4 on both of the armor smiths, and armor up.
Wow.
Looks like he's gonna Alex.
So he would go to 16. Okay, so that would basically like keep him safe from only the Chrome. But I think it's too early for Alex here.
Yeah. You can't play around Grom forever.
No.
You'll just lose eventually.
Like if he was to play Alex here, it would be just to survive next turn. Like get a tiny bit better odds.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
I think
Much
that's
better board position to just
good play.
boom. Not sure if the armor smith was worth the death bite charge though. I guess you don't really want to be weaponing things in the face or weaponing things because you're so low on life, but
Yeah.
the weapon charges are so valuable. The death bite charge takes out so many things.
Yeah. So if you're the Thefishou, what do you go for here? I guess you execute the boom most likely.
Yeah, it seems.
Or do you brawl?
I
Because there's like a
I
there's
wouldn't
like
mind seeing brawl.
there's quite a few good results for the brawl. I mean, basically only the boom surviving would be a disaster.
Yeah, and brawl doesn't usually get too much value in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree.
So
In this matchup, it's not that important to keep the brawl.
it's just you don't develop anything if you brawl, so it feels kind of bad.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem. And he's so high on health that like if it was to just play the Sylvanas, I wouldn't blame him for that either. Just Sylvanas and like
And
pass.
pass, yeah. It's not even bad.
Okay.
Looks like he's gonna execute and then either play Sylvanas or Shield Maiden. I like developing the creature, just keeping the pressure on while Amaz is at 10 health.
Seems solid. Like he's ahead and he's pushing for it here.
Yeah. Just trying to finish out the game before we get to fatigue.
Can't blame him for that.
Definitely not. Alright, so looks like it's either Alex or Fiery Warx.
And Sylvanas.
Execute. If you Alex, you're still dead to Grom and an activator because you're just going to 15 and Grom and an activator is 15. But it does put an 8/8 in play, which is never that bad.
Nope.
Unless he has a big game.
Phew. Dodging the Chrome again.
Touching the Grom once again.
For a few turns now, it's been like if there was a top deck Chrome, he would have just been dead.
Yeah. The Sylvanas here is going to be crazy strong against the Alex.
Yeah, there's no answer right now.
Yeah. We don't know if Amaz is running any silence, but
I mean, he can bump the Alex into the Shield Maiden instead, but he's going so low.
yeah. And then Grom once again is going to be lethal.
So you think Sylvanas and Deathspite face?
I have no
Yeah.
time for games.
Agreed.
Easy play. He's just like double checking all of his stuff to make sure he doesn't make any
Yeah.
mistakes.
Oh man, this is getting
Yeah.
really rough for Amaz.
Is he just dead?
Not dead yet. I mean, there's a few ways, because he might like give the Alex away basically and then just deal with it.
Sure.
Like he could bump the Alex just straight up to the Sylvanas. No, this is probably bad, but basically he could do this. So he could bump it into that and then like cleave and execute the Shield Maiden and Cruel Task the Alex.
If he
But probably like Cruel Task first.
needs
and
to
just
clear like the whole board, otherwise
Yeah.
he just dies to the death bite.
Yes. Wow.
He's
So
gonna brawl and then execute,
and
the
execute
Alex.
whatever wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cruel Task execute. Like this brawl doesn't actually matter at all. Like it doesn't matter which of the minions survived. Like no matter what it was, there would have been this play.
Yeah.
The Sylvanas. Oh, it did matter a tiny bit, because if the Sylvanas won, then the Cruel Task would have been stolen. If the Sylvanas was the winner, then the Cruel Task would have went to the to
That's
Thefishou.
true. And then he would have died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, with the other Cruel Task in the hand.
Execute's a dead draw here.
Yeah.
Amaz maybe has a chance to crawl back into this game.
He needs to draw some armor up before.
Chain shield blocks.
Yeah. Because like this is so dangerous, because it looks like he needs I would keep the weapon if I was the Thefishou, just to
Yeah,
deal with the
yeah.
Belcher. But Amaz needs to draw into either armor ups or
This is the
or the
last
belts.
death bite from the Thefishou, right?
I think so. I don't understand this if he goes for face. I guess he's cruel tasking the other cruel task then. Or
Yeah, if
something.
he death bites face, cool task, cool task.
But I might just wait here if I'm the Thefishou.
Then, as long as Amaz doesn't get shield blocked, just a
Mhm.
naked ground would be lethal.
The problem with this is that then the Belcher is kind of awkward.
Yeah. Well, he has Whirlwind Execute.
Yeah, I guess. So it would still work with the Chrome if he goes to get it.
Oh, there's
the
the
Belcher, but now he can kill it off. And
yeah, now he can't. He has no way to kill the Belcher unless
he
he wants
can't
to
get
waste
through the
an
Belcher
execute
anymore.
on it. If he wastes the execute on it, Amaz could actually come back into this game.
Yeah, like
That's the first
that was
That was the first one that I think was a misplay for
Yeah.
the Thefishou so far.
I think so. Like overall, he's been playing really good, but
Yeah,
that
very,
might
very
hurt
solid.
him.
Especially against the priest game. That was pretty
Yeah,
sick.
that was really sick. But we'll see. I mean, he could get into like a shield
Oh my gosh.
block
Good
first.
draw.
Wow.
That's what Amaz needs right now.
Yeah.
The shield block and the Acolyte Pain.
Do you Acolyte Whirlwind Execute?
No, you can't do that on a Belcher.
I guess. I might have considered using the Whirlwind just to
Fancy.
cycle,
Yeah, maybe.
but it also makes sense to keep it for an activation on the Chrome. So eventually he has to draw into it.
Yeah. He has to have the activator for the Grom. Well, using your face some more. I mean, why not, right?
Let's see what he gets.
the
Oh, now he gets the Chrome. Like for 5 turns, it would have been lethal. You can see it on his face. He's like, okay, well that's not good anymore. That's no good anymore. No, he's like, I wish I had the
Amaz,
Death Spite.
He's thinking about Brawl here if he wants to develop a creature or not.
He should, I think. But it's gonna be the Brawl, so it's not that much value. Actually, like, it would. I personally I would develop a creature because I feel like you had to.
Yeah,
you have
I would develop too, just because you feel like you have to. But I think it's wrong because we know the hands.
If we saw the cards, I think it's wrong because the Brawl will come out now.
Yeah.
Seeing the hands, but
Seeing the
without
hands.
without seeing it, I would go for this.
Yeah, I would develop the creature. Wow. The Thefishou gets both the shield blocks that Amaz is looking for.
Yeah.
He's just taking them from him.
I want to see the Brawl here. There's no bad result really. Like the better option would even be if the Chrome survived, because then he has lethal next turn with the Chrome Whirlwind Execute.
Yeah, for sure.
Like basically, the worst case is that you take out the Chrome, which is good value already for a Brawl.
Yeah. And then you don't have to execute the Belcher or anything.
Yep.
So I would not feel bad. It does.
I mean, what else? I guess no. I don't see anything else really. You don't want to Whirlwind and execute, because if you do that, you have to execute the Chrome really. No.
Baron
Huh.
seems interesting.
Okay. Well, as it stands, I think he's gonna have to trade the Chrome for that. So it's not completely like it's not bad in the end.
Yeah, he can either trade. Yeah, he has to trade the Grom with it, otherwise he's dead to Grom Whirlwind Execute.
Yep. Yeah,
He
he
tries
straight up
to-
just dies if he doesn't do the trade.
Yeah.
Because
If he tries
he has to keep the
cool
Belcher and he has to take out the Geddon, and the only way to take out the Geddon is to trade the Chrome in.
It's a interesting play. Oh, it's gonna work.
Oh no.
He baited him.
Oh no, oh no.
That's the game.
No.
It's the all ogre.
No, it's all ogre.
Oh man, it was a long one.
Yeah.
Amaz was kind of behind from the beginning and just like slowly died. And there was the death bite thrown away, which gave Amaz the hope of the Belcher.
Execute on 1/1 slime.
Wow. The Thefishou finally gets it.
Very well played series by him, and also from Amaz. I don't think there was like any real like mistakes. Maybe in the Priest Warrior